Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflctNerd here today, bringing you another episode of our Berika Let's Play. Today we're starting off where we left off. It looks like there's some awful, and I mean awful, terraforming going on over here. I'm not really at all sure what this is. It just looks like it's a bit of land which I'm not really at all sure why that's there. I don't know if that's been there for long. Anyway, in this episode we have quite a few issues which we need to deal with. So, if we very quickly jump into Omni-corp, this is basically going to be a maintenance episode. We need to go ahead and fix a lot of stuff. So we're going to start off by touching on high tech. We finally have a token which we can trade, which is nice. And I want to go ahead and basically pursue the high tech industry now. However, before we start doing that, jumping into organising manufacturing and everything which goes with high tech, I need to deal with waste. Waste is a big issue. So we have our dumps along here. If we jump into utilities and go into waste management, we're at -6 tokens. That's not just a few tokens, that's a lot of fucking tokens. So hopefully we can go ahead and start to improve upon that very quickly. Not really at all sure why it is so high, it just is. And I don't like it being that high, so that needs to get addressed pretty quickly. So we go ahead and build this, a few more dumps here. I don't really think adding more dumps or junkyards, whatever they're called in this game, is the solution. What I need is this, which is the incinerator. They don't get that to 500,000 people, and I'm not hitting that anytime soon, so not really at all sure what the short-term plan is going to be for this. I could quite easily go ahead and trade a lot of my waste out. I don't have a problem with that at all. However, that's going to just cost me a lot of money, which money is something that has definitely dropped quite a bit. It's just because we're using a lot more fuel up, stuff like that. So I can't really do too much else right now, bar building more dumps, which is just what we're going to have to do. And then when we get the incinerator, our life will become better. It improves the waste treatment. Yeah, it does with the city, but does it really do it by that much? I'm just going to build quite a few more dumps. These are sort of like with refineries and the oil fields, the more you build, the more of these waste buying sites you get, and that in general seems to help things out. So I need to build 3 more, which I will do very quickly. Like so, there we go, let's build another waste buying site. So we've gone ahead and spent quite a lot of money on waste. We're now in the negative by quite a bit, however that should now mean if we go into here, waste is at 0, which is nice. So that's that issue sorted. So we can now go ahead and deal with our high-tech boom. That's really what I want to call it. I want to call it a boom. So we have a little bit of a problem. We have all these businesses, high-tech, they require waste, they require office services, we've got plenty of. Manufacturing it's a little bit shaky right now, let's put it that way, and we need to go ahead and definitely improve upon that. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're actually losing quite a lot of money again all of a sudden, which I really dislike. We're going to go ahead and go into offices, and we're going to go ahead and pull out a certain office which I want to go ahead and build. So if I can remember how to get to offices, that would really help. There we go. Let's go into the exceptional buildings here. So, these buildings basically, I've not built that yet. I'm sorry, that's getting built. Basically, we've got 2 of these downtown already. As you can see here, we have... I'll just close out of that there. This one here gives me 40% plus fuel production, and I believe we also have up here plus 45% fuel production. Pretty good. We also have one here. Where did that other fuel one go? I just had it in my hands. Fossil fuel. So we'll go ahead and get this built somewhere. So that'll give us some more fuel tokens. Now that that's up and running. That's costing me 15,000 a month, but I should get a lot more tokens. So as you can see, I've got like 25 more tokens. And then that should make me into the plus. Yep, up to 35,000+, which is grand. I'm just going to go ahead and see if office production, there's one in there. We could go ahead and pursue that. But right now, I want to go ahead and pursue something. Oh, there's another fuel one. I'm sorry, I have to build the fuel ones because the fuel's going to make me a lot of money. So might as well go ahead and build the fuel ones. How much will that cost me? Oh, that's plus 35%. Oh, this is madness. That's costing me... Oh, it looks like we're struggling for people. We need to go ahead and build more housing for elites just very quickly. I know I said I would stop. I'd probably want to adding a shopping area in here as well. We might get around to that this episode. Let's go ahead and build... We're building housing for the extreme elites. So just build some of yous down along here. I don't know how many of yous we actually need. 11%, so that's probably only what? That's only a few houses realistically. That should hopefully do the trick. 3%. I've got 139 jobs available actually, so we've definitely got room to go ahead and add in some skilled housing, which we'll maybe do later on. But that should be this building totally up and running at 100%, which is good. If we jump back into Omni-corp, we have 46 extra tokens. Let's see where this gets us. So far it means we need to go ahead and build a new harbour, so we're getting loads of knock-on effects here. If we go ahead and jump into here, build another harbour, can we get another one side by side? Might be able to get one in here if we move the schools out actually. So I'm very quickly just going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to have to replace the schools. You're a school and you're a fire station. So we can quite easily go ahead and rebuild them. I just need to remember to do that. Jump back into inner city, harbour. Please tell me that wasn't for nothing, thank God. I was about to lose my nuts. Very quickly just go into... What do we need? We need education, we need a middle school, I think it was here. And then we also need a fire station as well. Can I build you there? Yep, we can get you back in your original place. So there we go. So that should solve that issue. We're up to 90 plus thousands. I think that's because we added on some of the tokens, which was nice. However, if we jump back into Omni-corp, that harbour's still not finished building. Hurry up. Come on, just about there. Might actually, I don't know if they actually bring boat activity. Like I know obviously if you have a harbour in SimCity or Skylines especially, there's boats going everywhere. I've not seen boats coming and going out of this place yet. I mean, there's a boat there, but I think that's just because we just built it. So now we have a wee bit extra freight capacity. We can go ahead and get rid of the rest of these tokens. And using most of those fuel tokens up now, we're up to plus 181,000. So, welcome to the big boys league. Pretty happy with that. Anyway, let's go ahead and go back into what we're actually originally here for. 10 minutes in, I know. I'm wanting to look for a specific kind of office, which is basically like those ones, but I just want to go ahead and do it for high-tech industry. That's what I really want to do. So if we jump into industry, offices, high-tech industry, let's go ahead and jump into exceptional here. Office production, there's some office ones, there's some food ones, some waste ones. We've not got the high-tech industry. I don't think we have the high-tech industry ones unlocked yet, so there's manufacturing. We need more people for those ones, which is a bit of a problem, and that does mean a large problem for me. I think the problem there is going to be that I need more resources, for example, for the heavy industry one. What about the high-tech? I need more resources, so we could go ahead and pursue the office one a bit, and just build up our office empire a bit more. I'd be quite happy to do that. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and fix our current issue here with manufacturing and heavy industry onto high-tech. I think we should keep going with this for now, actually. I said I was going to go for it and we're going to go for it. So, what seems to be the issue? A lack of workers. So I'm very quickly just going to go ahead and fix that. So now we've dealt with that issue, all is good. I thought I'd just speed that up. Save the boring part. So, let's go ahead and... They're all happy, they're all producing enough stuff. We now have a bit of unemployment thanks to all the building I just did. So what I want to do is basically go ahead and do similarly. We have high density, heavy industry and manufacturing we also do. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to go ahead and delete this whole section. And then we're going to go ahead and rebuild it just with a higher density just so we can get much more output from this place. That's really what I need is more output. So let's go ahead and start off the large bulldozing process. Now, while we do this, there's going to be so many problems with our city. So it means unemployment is going rapidly up. That means obviously that satisfaction is going to go down. Currently we have factories at a miserable rate. It's going to have a knock-on effect for high-end industry. We've also deleted transport. Line 2 it looks like stops. I think line 1 just totally got demolished while doing that. So we have a lot of problems we've caused ourselves, which we basically need to go ahead and fix. This is us upgrading the city though, and now that it's at high density it can't get any better, so it will have to do. So let's go ahead and build as much as we can really in with this area. We can get a fader mountain. What I will do is build those 2 blocks there. And we will go ahead and build some more manufacturing in a second, don't you worry. Let's go ahead and build you in there like that. And then we'll build additional around that. We're going to need to build more additional around that. So we go ahead and delete you and delete you. Happy to... No, actually I'm not happy to keep that highway connection there. Let's go ahead and build some more around the edges as well. So I'm going to have one half, which is primarily high-end, or high-end industry, heavy industry, and then we're going to have the other one, manufacturing. I also need to go ahead and relocate the power plants in with this as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that very quickly. So it's mainly just going to be normal power plants, and we're simply just going to go ahead and place them probably up the top here actually. We're just going to build them along this road here. We're going to build quite a few of them, just so we have enough electricity going forward in the future, because as we do all this expansion, we're definitely going to need a lot more electricity. We can go ahead and delete all this which we've got here. We're going to have to rebuild the police and fire station. You can go, but you will come back eventually. Now that that's done, we want to have green areas around the outside though, and I think that's what we are going to do. We're getting people back into jobs, which is nice to see. Now there's something which we'd never looked at before, which is environment perks and with our city services. Doing this, it's basically just green buildings which you really do want to have in and around your heavy industry areas. It's like basically economical stuff which goes ahead and helps out your city in the long run, and it just sort of reduces problems really, and it means that there's not as much pollution, which is a really good thing to try and avoid, because obviously, I realise this is a game, it does sort of damage the map a little bit. I mean the soil changes, that makes people unhealthy, that sort of stuff in the game. The pollution detectors had detected pollution. Well, I would gather that. I thought I'd put them in just because it tends to make people happier, just so they know that pollution is getting monitored, even though I don't really give a fuck about it. But hopefully now we're going ahead and start to see heavy industry. Heavy industry's back at 0, so now I need to go ahead and do the same with manufacturing. A lot of high-tech industries are struggling to get manufacturing services, which is understandable. So let's go ahead and do the exact opposite of what we just did now with this side. And now that's done, let's go ahead and build some manufacturing. We seem to get some more unlocks. What is that for? For the lack of manufacturing. I got a reward for the lack of something. What the fuck? Odd. Anyway, let's go ahead and build a block of this. We're not going to need as much manufacturing as we have heavy industry, though we are still going to need a large amount, that is for sure. So we'll start off with 2 blocks there. I'll leave that there for now so we can go ahead and change this. So as you can see, the area's changed a little bit. It's still defined in with this area here, though. I want to surround it with as much trees as possible. We've got unemployment issues, we've got loads of issues. These all really just come from our building in and around our Berika, what do we call this, industrial park I think? That's going all the way back to like episode 2 though. But we'll go ahead and speed up the game, just get everyone back into jobs. I really obviously don't want to make the citizens of my city out of jobs, but at times we have to go ahead and upgrade stuff and sort stuff out. In the long term this will help our city out. One thing we need to do is go ahead and add in a new police and fire station, which we'll go ahead and very quickly do. So if we go ahead and put in a big police station right there, and then let's go ahead and add in a fire station as well. Still need to work out what a fire control centre is actually. But as you can see now, all of the heavy industry tiles we put down are full, which is good. And now hopefully, as you can see here, big problem with manufacturing. But hopefully everything, actually some of them are closing down, which is really not good. The black ones mean they're going into bankruptcy, the orange ones just mean they have an issue. But as you can see, because we built this green park over here, you can see that this corner here is not as red as some of the other areas in this part are. So I'm going to build quite a few more of these just to greening up this area. I think it's a really good idea to have. And as you can see, the pollution has really been not prevented, but it's not as bad as it was. I want to try and get another one in this corner here as well. We'll just build you over there and build you over there. Don't know how much these cost actually. They cost 4,000 a month. They do cost a lot, but in general they do help out. So hopefully now more manufacturing plants are opening up. This will just sort out our daisy chain effect which we're having. As you can see, oh, we're really struggling with executives. We need to get more of them in. Manufacturing, right now we've got heavy industry at 0, which is good. Manufacturing's at -4. We're struggling for offices, which is a first actually. But bar that, everything seems to be going pretty good. So let's go ahead and just check out. Holy shit. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Use take executives and elites, I never knew that. Right, that changes the ball game then. Right, so you're going to see me build some more housing, just very quickly though. Let's go ahead and build some more blocks of you. Unfortunately, we need to. I never realised that. I swear down it was only just skilled and unskilled workers. But obviously not, you learn something new every day, I guess. We do need to sort out 1 or 2 traffic problems in this place as well, actually. Now we'll do that off camera, just because I'm going to have to do quite a bit of tweaking of this area, just because it's not practical. It's easy to build, but it's not practical long term, so I'm going to have to work some stuff out. But let's go ahead and just jump in. As you can see, the pollution, the wider circle is pretty red, so we need to go ahead and deal with that, but the inner circle, where the actual main industry is, it's doing much better, which is nice to see. I'm going to add in some more green parks though, especially over by the high-tech industry, because high-tech industry, you could classify it as like the best of the best sort of thing. You could classify it as like the most high-end people work there. They're not going to want to work in a polluted area, that is for sure. So it's nice to see that some of you are hiring. The quality of life is increasing slowly but surely, and hopefully everything will be getting back to normal. The Arsos companies closing down, but it's just a population issue that you're really having. But hopefully that's slowly getting addressed, saying that all this housing's already filled up. Jesus Christ, we need to build even more. Let's go ahead and build more executive housing. This is getting a little bit... It's just annoying how the shape of this island, which I've gone ahead and built on, and I'm thinking maybe in a few episodes time we're going to start a new executive elite town, which isn't located here. It's going to be located out by Spartica on the peninsula just beside it. I think that's maybe a good shout, just to change things up and make life a little bit easier. So now with that done, you're still not solving any issues really. Practically, you're just making a little chip off the block. I really want a higher density of elites, however, that's not going to happen for a really, really long time, which is annoying. The good thing is I can have skilled and unskilled workers now all packed into one area. But with elites and executives, it's a little bit more difficult, unfortunately. It's just the way things are. So let's go ahead and chuck in another block. Why are you being weird? You're snapping all the way over there, which you really just shouldn't be. Let's go ahead and decrease you and build you in like that. And let's go ahead and just build, let's build something interesting. Let's build a free zone. Yeah, we'll go for it, why not? We'll just build a free zone of some nicer housing. That looks okay, I guess. I need to sort this junction out here again, I'll do that off camera. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here because it has been going on for some time now. Before we go, I just want to go ahead and check Omni-corp, see how we're doing. And we're just about back to normal anyway. We're having, okay, we're maybe not. We've created a lot of issues with what we've built. One of them, definitely, it's just to do with the population, so I'll get this sorted out in between the next few episodes, and then hopefully everything will be relatively back to normal. We're now over 200,000 inhabitants. Our city population is continuing to grow at quite an alarming stage, but it's definitely good that the city continues to grow, because it does help the series out. Anyway, with that done and this area changed, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have enjoyed it. Now that we've built a holiday area, I built an airport, I don't really know what to build next. Is there any like significant different things which I might not build you want me to go ahead and build? I'm going to go ahead and build. I've got a few new building projects which I want to do, but none of them involve like landmarks or anything like that. So if there's anything you want me to build, then go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section below. And that is all for this video, so thank you very much for watching. My name is ConflctNerd and I'm out.